Well, Amnesty International is concerned about the human rights violations committed by police in Mozambique. We have documented a number of cases of excessive use of force, death in detention, arbitrary arrests, and also extrajudicial executions or the killing of suspected criminals by the police in the country. And the organization is concerned that the police accountability mechanisms, which should ensure that these human rights violations do not occur, or that if they do occur, action is taken. These police accountability mechanisms are not properly functioning in the country.
The police repression, is it compared to other states in the region? How do you see the police repression?
Well, I would not compare it to other states in the country, but I mean other countries in the region. But it is quite a serious issue. I mean, between 2006 and 2007, I'm just referring to cases of extrajudicial execution. That's where suspected criminals were killed. And between 2006 and 2007, the reports that Amnesty International received were of at least 13 people who were killed when police said they were attempting to run away. 13 cases. And I say 13 cases because in some of these cases it was more than just one person. It was suspected gangs who were killed when the police alleged that they were trying to run away. So between 2006 and 2007 we have more than 13 cases that Amnesty International has recorded, but there were more than that as well.
What steps can the Amnesty International take now regarding this situation?
Well, the report that Amnesty International has released today contains some recommendations to the authorities. And part of these recommendations that we're calling upon the authorities in Mozambique to ensure that a thorough and prompt investigation is carried out every time there is a case of human rights violation, and to ensure that disciplinary procedures in accordance with Mozambican law are carried out. And if these human rights violations also amount to crimes, then criminal procedures should be carried out. And we also call upon the authorities to ensure that that information is given to the public, to victims or families of the victims, concerning the investigation, concerning disciplinary procedures that were taken. And Amnesty International would like to work with authorities to see how these accountability mechanisms can be improved so as to prevent human rights violations by the police in the future.
There is, of course, a big need to improve the
accountability of police.
Of course, but the same problem exists only on a lower scale all over Europe. I mean, for example, in Slovenia, it's very difficult for a police officer to get convicted of some felony or some crime because, of course, the police stands behind him and always states that policeman in question was always working in accordance with the law. So we can only imagine what's going on in Mozambique.
Yes. Well, I'm not an expert on the countries in Europe, and I can't comment on those in particular, but I can say in general that our recommendations in the report our recommendations to the Mozambican authorities in the report apply to all authorities all over, in any countries, that there must be an investigation. You cannot just say, well, this person was shot while he was trying to run away. There should be an investigation to discover what exactly happened. And then there should be disciplinary procedures and criminal procedures. And I can give you an example. In Mozambique last year, in April, three individuals were taken to a football field, and they were shot by three police. And at the time, the police alleged that the three individuals were running away. But in this case, an autopsy result was carried out, and the autopsy revealed that the three individuals were killed at close range on the back of the neck. So this is inconsistent with the story that they were running away. And the trial of these three police officers should have been held in the beginning of the year, but has been postponed. The date of the trial is still not yet known to Amnesty International. But these are things that should be done in all countries, regardless whether it's Mozambique or anywhere else. There should be a thorough investigation. Police officers should be disciplined if they have infringed their laws, and they should be held accountable. If they have committed a crime, they should be taken to court and they should be tried. And they are not above the law, and they do not have a license to kill. And this should be made clear to all police officers all the world over.
We certainly agree on that point. Ms. Miti, thank you very much for your time and for your call.